Welcome to Peep This Out Reviews with Ian K.
Stay frosty.
Stay frosty. What's going on, everybody? It's Ian K, creator, producer, and host of Peep This Out Reviews. Welcome to the Friday night live stream, everybody. According to this, we've got 22 peeps here in the lobby, but it's actually double that from what I'm looking at in the portal here. But great to see everybody. This thing is always behind. I don't know. Give me that thumbs up. Let me know you can hear me okay and see me okay. It's great to see all of you guys tonight. And we'll get down to business in just a few minutes here. Let's see here. Yes, Annette, some different little things you'll notice here on the stream. A little minor little updates here and there. We'll see if you guys can pick them out here on the screen too. Especially down below, right over here, actually. But very cool. Great to see all of you guys here. Let me shoot to the very top here and get started. It is great to see all of you guys. Let's see here. Annette Cervantes, what's going on, of course? Lord Darkside. Let's see here. Randy Molina. There we go. It's catching up here. It froze for a second. Kyle Broussard. The legendary Kim Jong-un. Thanks so much for joining. Drew's Food Reviews. Yes, I've been blowing through Florida lately. I got to tell you, it was kind of crazy when I saw that my name was being used for this hurricane, because they go by the alphabetical letters naturally all the way across. For I, they chose Ian, which was crazy. And I got to say, to hear my name, to see it and with such devastation on the screen, very crazy. I got to admit, it was a little unnerving, to be honest. But, you know, Drew knows what's up with that as well. I think at some point, most of our names have been used for these things, but I believe it's actually in South Carolina now, right? It's kind of making its way, and eventually it'll kind of just become just a massive, you know, storm, and that'll be it. But craziness with what everything is going on here right now. I got to tell you, it's Hurricane Ian. Of all the things, that's craziness. Let's see who else we've got on here. We've got Randy Molina as well, Lord. As we go down, welcome to Princess Paula Bell. First time here. Thanks so much for jumping on. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Great to see everybody. Let's see, Adam Daughtry, thank you as well. Hey Ian, it's my first time on your lives. I'm so excited. I've been following you for quite a bit now, and absolutely love your channel. Always my #1 food review channel. Thank you so much, Adam, and welcome to the lives. You are now indoctrinated here into the channel officially, and of course here in the chat, which is very cool as well. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it, guys. This is going to be a fun one tonight. I am very excited for the stream, because I'm definitely going to be reliving a little bit of my childhood for this review. Very excited to get into what we're going to do, because guys, I'm actually very hungry right now as well. So right after this, I can't wait to have regular dinner, so to speak. So good times there across the board. I can't wait for that. Let's see here. Where's Mr. Peepers the cat, according to Drew? He is coming soon, I think for the Christmas time. Can't find anything really with Halloween. I guess for Black Cats, I can try and find a background for that. But hopefully you guys really dug the nice relaxing sounds of potions that are just boiling in the cauldron underneath the timer there, which was pretty cool. Princess Paula Bell, love your reviews. Thank you so much. We'll get into a little bit of a breakdown from this past week. As well, tonight is the final night of September, final day of September, final night of September for 2022, guys. Craziness. So my birthday month is over officially at midnight for most of you guys. That's going to be within an hour if you're back east. Here it'll be 11 a.m. or 3 hours ahead, actually, I should say. But naturally, we've still got a little bit of time, naturally, West Coast. Let's see, who else do we have here in the chat? Dave Sanchez, what it do? Welcome to the stream. Let's see here. Princess Paul, I'm a huge foodie myself. Culinary is my thing. I love to cook, and I'm a former Walt Disney World and Culinary cast member. Very cool, actually. That is awesome. I actually honeymooned, with my wife, God, 7 years ago at this point now. Back in 2015, 2016 timeframe, we went to Walt Disney World. We loved it. Huge Disney fans. But thank you so much. That's awesome. Miss Paula Bell. Doing all right. Dave Sanchez is doing all right. Excelente. And Foodie86 is asking me here, volume is not working. It's just the nice spooky sounds for spooky season. And that segues into Annette Cervantes saying spooky season, which is cool. Ben Nguyen, what's going on? Thanks so much for jumping on. Let's see here. Carl Broussard, let's go inside now. We're definitely in the house trying to catch up with the chat. Mr. Jimmy, mi familia, thank you so much for jumping on. Hopefully you guys caught a little bit of my story from a few days ago, actually. I went over and spent some time with Mr. Jimmy. He just turned another year older for his birthday, so a little birthday cake action would be cool in the chat over here for Mr. Jimmy. I posted up a little bit of a hot pot action that we had for dinner. It was a lot of fun. Naturally with the kids, with the family, it was great to actually hang out for a bit. And also a killer collection of Hot Wheels goodness. and portable gaming, or actually arcade gaming, I should say, in the garage. It was really, really awesome, and definitely blasted my socks off in the Tesla after that. Doing 0 to 60 in like 3.2 seconds. I almost passed out real fast. I was blown away by that. It was really, really cool. But good times across the board. Again, shout outs to Mr. Jimmy Mi Familia. Great to see you there. And hopefully all those donuts are gone that I brought as well. I almost stopped off on the way home, Jimmy, just so you know, to get a tiger tail. I thought about it before I left, but I didn't want to take away from what I brought. I was thinking maybe I should just grab something on the way home. But it was a good time. Let's see, ScottRush.com, thanks for jumping in. We got, let's see, who else? There's a lot of people jumping in here as well. There we go. Michael Domayer, thanks so much for jumping on. We got the cakes coming in here for Mr. Jimmy. Very cool. Lisa Vital, thank you so much as well. Very, very cool. Uh-oh. Annette Cervantes, breaking news. What is the story? What do we have here? Yeah, donuts are gone the next day. Very cool, Mr. Jimmy. Nice, 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 nice. Tony Montana, Taco Bell breakfast box for breakfast the other day. Quite good. Thought definitely the breakfast crunch wrap that came in it. Yes, that's actually one of their signature things, without a doubt. It is really good. The breakfast crunch wrap, or the crunch wrap in general, is pretty awesome. Larry Nguyen, what's going on? Ed Keaton as well. We got a lot of amazing peeps here in the house right now. Jackie Hero Food Reviews, thank you so much for jumping on. Jackie. Make sure you jump on over, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Great stuff over at Jackie Hero Food Reviews always. Misty Smith, here we go. Jam session's about to get into effect here. For those of you who are not aware, this is definitely a musical aficionado, I should say. You're going to see a lot of fun stuff coming on here, along with Erna, 785 if she shows up for 80s music, which is kind of cool. Uh-oh. Annette, the Subway collab coming out this weekend. Don't ruin the surprise. No, definitely not. Oh, great to see here. Ben Nguyen, will you try the Enchilito? Because I hear it will be coming back to Taco Bell. Yeah, there's a lot of interesting news that's floating around about all kinds of stuff that's coming out here in the next few weeks there. So of course I want to try all of it. You already know that what it is. You'll find reviews from everybody, of course, but naturally here on the channel, of course, as well. We're all part of the same community without a doubt. There's lots of fun stuff coming here in the next week. A lot of stuff I'm already in pre-production on. Some stuff that's actually kind of broken recently that you'll probably be seeing and hearing a lot about. Everyone will be running to go do. So there's a lot of fun stuff to look forward to there. Lisa Vital, are you going to be planning on trying the new limited time Happy Meals? Yes, I definitely want to give those a shot, of course. The Happy Meals for adults, the flea market, campus flea market thing. Very excited to check that out, which is kind of fun. Of course, it's going to be a super quick review because it's really just to take a look at the toy. We all know what the stuff is that it comes with, so it should be a lot of fun. Good times across the board. Yes, Jackie Hero's got some awesome Critical Eats Japan collabos in effect there. That is very, very cool. Being that I didn't even know that he was actually going to be out this side of the pond, which is kind of awesome, or vice versa as well. So naturally, having you guys link up is awesome. Of course, there. Really, really good stuff. Across the board there. Guys, jump on over to Critical Eats Japan as well as Jackie Hero Food Reviews. A lot of great stuff there. Naturally, the collaboration between those two is pretty cool. Very, very cool. Cool thumbnails too, by the way. Very cool when you see people together, which is awesome. Ed Keaton, how do you feel about being named after a hurricane? I think you know how I feel now. It's kind of nerve-wracking, kind of sad at the same time because of how much destruction. But believe me, my direct feed was pretty much lit up with those things. A lot of people, you know, joking with me and telling me, like, you know, why so angry? Why so serious? And all those things. Kind of crazy to hear people say, thanks a lot, Ian. You know, that type of thing. I was like, really not cool. Not cool. Let's see. Annette Cervantes. Ian, you missed my previous comment, folks. It's all fake. He's not in a studio. It's a green screen. He's currently in South Carolina. That's hilarious. I'm sorry I missed that in it. Oh, that's funny. That is funny. If ever there was the face of the hurricane, there it is right there. If I start getting pictures of a hurricane, but then the eye of the hurricane has my face some way, I'm going to lose my mind. I'm going to lose my mind. Craziness, craziness, craziness. Let's see here as we go a little bit further down. Ed Keaton, how do you feel about the Happy Meals for adults? Very cool for what it is. I like the whole idea of the double eyes for each of the fun collectibles there. And then naturally with the main collectible being the one that you don't hear about right there, it should be pretty interesting to see, I guess, what their main mascot at the same time as well. But I'm excited to see what those are going to be like. But I'm curious about the price point and that type of thing as well. It should be interesting, if anything there. Let's see. Jason Callan, what's going on? Didn't watch The Munsters yet. I know a lot of people are really hating it and hating on it, of course, because it's a Rob Zombie film, and chances are it's going to be a little bit different the way things are. But it looks kind of cool, you know, naturally for what it is. But I've seen kind of like some up and down reviews in terms of what that is there. So we'll have to see how that goes. Dom's World, tomorrow is my birthday. I'll be turning 41. Wow, very, very close, if not right up on Mr. Jimmy Mi Familia, actually. So if that's the case here, let me just shout out, and we might as well just combine this with Mr. Jimmy one more time as well. But for Dom's World, here you go, my friend. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Dom's World. Happy birthday to you. And consider that to Mr. Jimmy Mi Familia as well. But shout outs to you, health, happiness, and success always. Like I always say, in that order, because if you don't have the first thing, everything else that follows doesn't very much follow. So make sure you stay healthy, do what you got to do, and appreciate you always. Dom's World, you already know. Thank you so much for being here as well. Let's see. Anfisa, Jess, I don't want to know what toys they'll put in the Happy Meals. Okay, they're pretty much the main characters, minus Ronald McDonald, ironically, because they pretty much retired good old Ronald. But then there's the main character for the flea market thing, but that's it. So we'll leave it at that. Drew, yes, Subway Superhero collab at 40K. Crazy. Six Woods, do you think that Wendy's has brought back their limited time pub fries? Yes, they have, actually. And I actually we'll get into some of the food review stuff here in just a second, just to talk about that. But just so you guys know too, there, and you may notice some stuff scrolling down below. Should you guys wish to contribute to the channel, of course, there's a multitude of ways to do that. You'll find everything down below in the description of the video, I should say, or the first pinned comment on the replay, which you guys will see tomorrow, Saturday, the 1st of October. Again, a little goes a long way. I do greatly appreciate that. Once you become the sponsors naturally for the stream, you'll be able to find your name down below as well in the description, and I greatly appreciate it. So it is good times across the board. So this is kind of new with that little ticker action down below there, which is kind of fun. But definitely good times for that. Let's see here. Tony Show, you should do your video, your favorite fast food places ranked. Possibly. You know, it's so hard because of all the schedule that I have with the reviews that I have coming out to kind of fit certain things in. But I would like to maybe do something like that. That would be actually kind of cool, just to kind of rank them. But you can kind of tell the ones that I kind of review often, technically, are all up there naturally. Every single place has some really great stuff, of course. But we'll have to see about maybe down the road. That'd be great. That'd be great to do. Let's see here. Princess Paula Bell is back. Welcome back. If you got disconnected quickly. Might get a small cookie in the Happy Meal. Would you be surprised? Yeah, I would actually. If they throw something surprising in there, that would be cool to kind of shake that up. Because if you look at the breakdown of what's in those meals, it's the same stuff. You know, the Big Mac, Chicken McNuggets, the usual stuff. But naturally, it's not the smaller things for the kiddies, of course. So kind of cool for that. Let's see here. Michael Delmayer, BK is coming with the Ghost Pepper Whopper. Yes, I'm well aware of that long ago with the orange bun. Very excited about that, of course. There's nobody that does it better for Halloween than BK, and naturally I was expecting something along those lines, and when I found out about that, yes, look forward to that, of course. You know, naturally it'll be up when it's out, probably earlier, just so you guys know the way I work with those things. Thulsu, have you heard about McDonald's releasing Happy Meal? Yep. Talking all about that stuff. Misty Smith, are you ready to follow the leader? Ready to play Follow the Leader? I think we all are, Misty. Six Woods, yes, Wendy's has the Caramel Apple Frosty in the US this year. Looking forward to that, but jump on over to Jackie Hero and keep a close tab on that channel as well in general for all those things up in Canada, because they have some really great stuff over there. There's a lot of stuff that's launched recently, and if you jump on over to Jackie Hero's food reviews, 99% of the time you will find it there, which is pretty awesome. So shout outs again to Jackie Hero. Let's see here. Ed Keaton is saying sorry from Maureen Desk. Whoa, what's going on here? What did I miss? Hold on, I'm so sorry to hear that. What's wrong? From Larry. What is going on here? Now I got to find out what's going on. Larry, what's happening with you, Larry? Hopefully we're going to be able to distract you for just a little bit here. And Lisa, I'm glad you like the singing voice. I appreciate that. And Annette, I appreciate the shout outs as well too for the tip jar goodness, PayPal goodness as well. Thank you for helping with that. Let's see. Very shocking with Coolio. Yes, I know. Very, very crazy to see some of those. There are certain ones that jump out at you like you're like, oh my God, you know, that's craziness. And that was one of those when I saw that the other day. So kind of a random thing, a cardiac type thing they're thinking. I haven't seen anything new with that, but it was very sudden, 59 years old. Craziness with that for sure. Maureen Descatado, my boyfriend, I broke up this. Oh, Maureen, I apologize. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry to hear that. We're going to hopefully distract you a little bit with some fun stuff here in just a little bit. So again, I do apologize for hearing that naturally. I'm so sorry to hear that. I don't like to hear any of you guys going through anything that's less than what it should be for you there, you know, but hopefully everything will work its way the way that it should. And especially if it's that fresh, you know, let's see if we can try and distract you just a little bit tonight. But thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for being here. Chris Brown, yes, the Whopper, aka the Ghost Pepper Whopper, aka the Angry Whopper. It's similar, but there are a couple of things that are different naturally. But ironically, calling it Ghost Pepper is one thing, but I actually did the Ghost Whopper a couple of years ago, which was actually testing at 2 locations. One of them was in San Diego. That I did. Take a look at my BK playlist and you'll be able to find that on the channel. It was actually very cool to go check out to get a white bun, which was fun. So ironically, it can't be red naturally with Ghost Pepper because they're doing the, you know, the whole idea of it being like, you know, a Halloween thing. So they make it orange, which I've been talking about an orange bun forever. Thinking they should do something like that. So I'm so glad that that's finally coming out. I can't wait to see the execution of that. I already have that scheduled ready for filming, so it should be a lot of fun, of course. Tony Montana, apparently someone confirmed that Daredevil himself will finally be in the next 2 final She-Hulk episodes, hopefully, because I'm all caught up now, and it's actually a lot better. I was very surprised. So I'm glad that actually it's pretty awesome. I didn't see this past Wednesday, so I have to catch up on that. I've been very busy with a lot of other things, but I'll be sure to get back on that for sure. And yes, Six Woods, I'm very excited to see if the Caramel Apple Frosty is coming for Wendy's this year. There'll be some other stuff towards the end of the year that you'll see from Wendy's in that department, which should be a lot of fun. Let's see. Jason Callan, you're one of the nicest people I've ever met on YouTube. Thank you, Jason. I appreciate that. You too, my friend. You too. Definitely. You can tell you love what you do on camera and you have a lot of fun posting up all the time. And that's really the heart of the channel is that camaraderie and the community aspect of what we do, on top of people just, you know, genuinely putting themselves out there and having a lot of fun doing it. And considering how long we've all been doing this now, Jason, I think at this point it should be pretty easy for us at the same time. Although I do get a little nervous before live streams once in a while, believe it or not. I do. Nathan, have you ever been blocked by anyone on social media? Not that I'm aware of. I couldn't say. I don't spend a lot of time on those types of things, but I've never personally, not that I've been known to be blocked by anybody, but not to my knowledge. Let's see here. Tony Montana's She-Hulk show has great potential. I think that they have the makers of a show over, taking way too long to finally get into the action. Yes, I agree. And then next thing you know, the season is over. And it's very short too, like 6 to 8 episodes average. I think it's 8 episodes with that. We'll have to see. Michael, at least it's not a black bun this time. Yep, a lot of controversy with the black buns over at BK in the past, but naturally the green one was banging. I got to admit the Nightmare King was very awesome with that. So this one looks pretty cool, I have to admit as well. It's a little bit more of a subdued type of orange, but it's very cool what they're doing with it. And I really, I'm so looking forward to checking out what that is. It's been a minute since I've actually had a Whopper in general, so I'm gonna really enjoy that, especially with the whole, you know, the melted queso, the spicy queso, and all the stuff that it's got. Some really good stuff, really good stuff with that. Let's see. Oh my gosh, Larry, I'm so sorry to hear about that with your friend passed away on his way to work this morning. Oh my God, shout outs to Larry. Larry Nguyen, I apologize for that. If you guys want to throw some prayer hands here into the chat, I am so sorry to hear that. I don't know why I did not see that here with everything going on, because of what you're seeing on the screen. I'm trying to look between both at the same time, and it's never super accurate. But, you know, shout outs to you, Larry. I apologize for hearing that. And also to Maureen Descatado, of course, with everything going on. That is traumatic. Definitely traumatic. So shout outs, Larry. I apologize to hear that as well. Guys, a lot of craziness. Like, you know, we always say when we keep things in perspective, you know, tomorrow is never guaranteed. So you just don't know what's going to happen. So that's why you want to make the very best of what you can at all times if you can. Try and keep that positive attitude, because You just don't know. You just don't know. And again, when you hear things like that, it really kind of makes things, it brings you back at the same time to kind of think about the things that are the most important. So family, close friends, the people who really matter to you, keep them very close to you. Because like I said, it's something else when things like that happen. So prayer hands definitely to Larry, and of course to Maureen for going through your emotional trauma on that level as well too. That is not fun. That is not fun at all. And shout outs to the family of the individual that Larry was friends with as well, because you know they're obviously going through it, especially if it was today. So craziness right there. All right, let's see. Going on down the line here. Ed Keaton, what's for chow tonight? Definitely, like I said, we're going to be reliving a little bit of my childhood, and I can't wait to get into it. It's going to be a lot of fun. I've only done something like this one other time to my knowledge, but not this at the same time. So this is going to be pretty awesome. And there's no way that Drew is going to be able to figure out what it is, I got to tell you. So good times. Let's see. Larry Newton talking about going to In-N-Out. Possibly, yes. That's going to be probably what I'm going to be doing right after tonight, because I am super hungry. I'm probably going to get it with extra grilled onions and extra raw onions because I'm crazy like that. But my appetite is pretty ferocious right now today. I did not have too much to eat, so it's been very, very, very busy, very long, and I'm pretty tired at the same time, but I'm up for it, which is going to be good. But speaking of being up for it, let me jump into the quick breakdown of what we had this past week here, guys. Starting off with the Shake Shack Hot Ones Burger. Naturally, after my homies over with number 6 with cheese, this is maybe a little bit of a recap from last week, but I definitely wanted to jump on over and give that one a shot with the last dab once again. Absolutely blew me away. On top of a little shorts preview that you guys may have seen with that as well too there, which was a blast to check out. And then guys, I have never tried the grilled chicken variant of the returning pretzel bacon pub, and that was definitely something that I wanted to add to the portfolio. I usually don't return to certain things unless it's a version of it that I haven't done before or something different about it. Whenever they come out with the exact same menu, I usually never review the exact same thing again because it's on my channel. And just to be quite honest there, I know it's a views thing primarily, and that's fine, but I just don't want to have a lot of repeat of the exact same thing. Unless there's something truly different, I'll usually reference my review because I've usually gone into everything in detail, just so you guys have all the details. So I like to, like I said, with so much stuff that's out there that you can review, that's the main reason for that. So I've never done the grilled version of that, and I wanted to make sure I added that to the collection, which was a blast to check out. And then naturally, if you guys are getting down with or getting ready for Oktoberfest, we have Dickey's Brisket Chili Beer Cheese Fries, which I actually had in the hopper for a bit there, but I just kind of wrapped that one on quickly and just kind of packaged it and put that one out finally. That was a blast to check out. It was super delicious. Spoiler alert. Just about everything I review tends to be good unless it's just not made right, you know? But I got to say, it was really awesome giving that a shot. The beer cheese was just primo with it. But if you want to see some really delicious footage, and actually, if I was going to be watching that video right now, I'd be really irritated if places like that were closed because I wouldn't be able to get it, because it was very, very delicious, and I had a lot of fun filming that. There's a lot of great money shots in that video, but do take a look at that. It was pretty tasty. The beer cheese, the brisket chili beer cheese fries from Dickey's Barbecue Pit. Really, really tasty stuff. So delicious. So naturally, we're back on schedule here for this coming week. Of course, you're going to have this replay that will be available on Saturday, and of course, the new week's goodies that will begin this week as well. So really, really fun stuff across the board, and of course, pre-production and all the new stuff coming for next month as well. It's just always an ongoing train. Next thing you know, it's the next month, it's the next month, it's the next month, and then it's the end of the year. Pretty wild why that happens. So, or how that happens like that at the same time. So, yes, lots of fun content, and I'm still trying to finish out the Krispy Kreme goodies. I may have to think about going to a different location because their Autumn Orchard selection of goodies, they just don't have the spiced apple variant that I need to do them, the ones that I'm missing from that. So I may have to go to a different Krispy Kreme location. I may have to try and fit that in this week sometime to do, because I believe it ends on the 9th, I believe, for that. So I really want to make sure I add that to the channel for that too. So I'll see if I can try and get that done. I don't want to miss that, and being that I'm actually on the schedule now with Krispy Kreme. So I'll see if I can try and get that knocked out for you before that time frame ends, so at least we have it on the channel, because I'm very curious to try the spice-filled goodness that is that there. So very excited to see what's going on with that. So let's see, we're going to get into the review in just a couple of minutes here. I'm excited because it's going to definitely hold me over, I think, until the next, until dinner time, actually, here in just a little while. Let's see. Who else? Just me out there is here. Let me see. Yeah, she is. There she goes. Thanks, Sherry, for jumping on. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Sonic Jet, did you huff and puff over and blow the Gulf of Mexico? No joke. It is no joke. I know. I know. Let's see. Yes, Princess Paula, God bless you. Hit in 2011. Lucky to be alive. Life is precious. Absolutely. Absolutely. Freddie Foodie King, thanks so much for jumping on as well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Great to see you. Craziness, let us know how you're doing over there in Florida. I am so sorry. And let me just apologize. A belated I'm sorry, Freddie, because I had no idea they were going to name that hurricane after me. Not cool. Not cool. Not cool. Oh my goodness. But great to see all of you guys, and I appreciate the prayer hands going out to Larry and Maureen Descatato for everything tonight. I appreciate that. I always say we have an amazing community here on the channel, like always, and you guys definitely know what's up, and I greatly appreciate that. I love how you guys really take a genuine interest. Sonia, where does the phrase "stay frosty" come from? I've so many times, Sonia, we've actually talked about that, but just in a nutshell, it is from Aliens, when Corporal Hicks says that, "Stay frosty." But that's one of my favorite movies. That's one of the main things in there as well. Ed Keaton is talking to Tony Montana. Had Jack in the Box the other night. Very cool. Excelente. Thank you so much for being here again. Just me out here for Sherry. Freddie Foodie King. It's all good, my brothers. Yes, Freddie and Ian are tearing it up in Florida. Oh, it's craziness. Craziness. Yeah, this watching that in action is just the power of it. It was nuts. Really, really nuts seeing what's been happening with that there. I have to see the latest on CNN on what's going on in South Carolina, going on from there. Six Woods, do you like to eat pumpkin pie? Absolutely. I love pumpkin pie. I love it. It's really, really good. Princess Paula Bell, wish we had Krispy Kreme. We don't have Dunkin' Donuts, but not, oh, you have Dunkin', but not Krispy Kreme. You know, up until a few years ago, Paula, we actually didn't have Dunkin'. But we finally have them opening up more pretty much all across Southern California, and we've got a couple of them that are relatively close to me. A main location in Pasadena. There may be another one in Pasadena opening up soon, which is nice because it used to be, believe it or not, where Tommy's was. One of the only couple of reviews I have on my channel from Tommy's is no longer in Pasadena. They closed that shop up, so that would be perfect because it's right across the street from a Starbucks. And I mentioned it to a manager at Dunkin' that they had a location that was available. Hopefully he conveyed that to the powers that be. I would love to see a drive-through Dunkin' to do something like that. I'd love to do a drive-through sequence, which I haven't done in a while, I know. To do that would be really cool. To do a Dunkin' drive-through sequence, that would be amazing to do. We just don't have them here, and at least not close to me at the same time. Let's see. Ben, have you ever met Alien and they give you a Stay Frosty slogan and you didn't even tell us that Alien can speak English? No, Ben, that's craziness. That would be cool, though. Ed Keaton, besides Halloween, what else do you like to watch that's scary? The original Demons is pretty crazy, where the mask that people put on in a movie theater kind of cuts them and infects them and they become crazy carnivorous demons. That's a pretty scary flick, actually. The imagery in that is gnarly. The original Evil Dead is gnarly at the same time. And believe it or not, Amityville Horror, even though it's kind of schlocky, it's got some sequences too which are pretty nuts at the same time. All right, so if you guys are ready for this review, I'm going to put you on hold for 30 seconds, maybe a little bit less, because I got to grab something here real quick. But before we even do that here, hang on one second here. Jason Callan did something crazy 3 weeks ago, did a final Hellfire Noodle Challenge, 2-hour live stream. What? With a 900,000 Scoville units, which is more than 300 times hotter than Tabasco sauce. Jason, crazy. We're going to have to jump on over and see what's going on with that. How did I miss that? That's nuts. Oh my God. Let's see. Princess Paula was scared getting hit by a car, was in the back of the ambulance. Oh my God. Praying I would make it and did. I'm a fighter. No serious injuries, just lacerations on my hands and feet and a scab on my... Wow. Craziness. Just shout outs to you, Paula. That is traumatic. That is very traumatic. Woke up the next morning. I bet your body was sore. Wow. God bless you. I hope nobody was seriously injured in that, but it sounds like it was pretty crazy if you were taken away in that way. Oh my goodness. Craziness right there. Tony Schultz, I wish there was a fast food delivered in the tube like in the bank drive. That would be crazy too. Yes, Tony. Martin Luke Alvin, you ever attend a Horror Nights? Yes, I have actually, both of those. Went to Knott's the other week and they had a really cool food-themed dishes. Yes, I've seen them as well on social media. I'm trying to see if I can make some time to go this fall to lock in some times to do that. So yes, absolutely. And Drew, yes, think you better watch out is the scariest movie you ever saw. Yes, very funny. I appreciate that, Drew. That is a Christmas movie after all, even though it's got some scary elements, so to speak. One of my voiceover movies that I did. Better watch out. I appreciate that. Good times. Okay, guys, I'm going to freeze real quick over here because I got to jump and get something, and then we'll jump into the review, and we'll jump into this here. So hold on 1 second. I will be right back. Don't go anywhere. It's going to be fun. All right, we are back, and the chat's going to update in just a second here. And no, Larry, I actually haven't been to Bob's Big Boy in a very many amount of years, actually, but good times across the board. I remember that very, very well. They don't have them too much anymore. Ed Keaton enjoys The Thing. American Werewolf in London is top scary flicks. I agree. Very, very good. Good times. All right, I'm going to shoot down so the chat is somewhat caught up over here. All right, Annette, it's been more than 30 seconds. Horrible, horrible. All right, as we're speeding towards In and Out, I cannot wait, guys. I am so famished right now. I'm probably going to do the animal style fries. I'm going to probably just do it big tonight. I have a feeling I am very, very hungry. But this, I think, should kind of hold me over in just a little bit here. So, guys, when I was a kid, I used to actually enjoy Saturday morning cartoons, Saturday morning in general. And just, you know, for those of you who don't know, and for those of you who didn't live in the era of Saturday morning cartoons, when they had all of the major toy properties, had the Transformers, it was He-Man, Scooby-Doo, Hanna-Barbera stuff, the Jetsons, all that. They would have like all kinds of stuff on Saturday mornings, and you would have all of your favorite cereals to go with. But naturally, one of the biggest things is during the Halloween season, they had a collection of cereals that are just legendary that they've brought back naturally year after year. And I've never actually gotten one of them strictly because I just haven't gotten around to do it. So, of course, because of that being said, and I think you guys know, guys, we're going to get into some Count Chocula action. The very first time I've done cereal for Halloween, and I really wanted to give this a go, and this just looked amazing when I saw it this year. I don't know why I haven't done this previous, but naturally we're going to get into a little bit of goodness over here. And of course they have all the other ones, the Fruit Brute, the Boo Berry, the rest of them that are in there as well. I didn't see I think there was a mummy version of this as well too. But very, very cool. They have some contests right now that you can win, I guess, a Cause Monster Prize for what this is. So this has like a web address that you can go to put in codes and to see if you win, which is kind of cool. But guys, this is an iconic cereal And naturally, it goes all the way back to my childhood. I remember eating this around Halloween time. My sister, we were very big on these there. In fact, if my sister's watching this here right now, I think you already know this is where it's at. Count Chocula, how could I not do this there? I'm not sure if I'm going to do all of them at the same time, but I'm very curious to see if I can get through this box. Naturally, the wifey is not a fan of these types of cereals because of how much sugar and everything is in it. But guys, how could you not do something like this around the holiday time? And being that we're right up on the Halloween season now with October 1st officially in effect for tomorrow, Count Chocula, chocolatey cereal with monster marshmallows, guys. Just a lovely situation. So I have got a bowl. I have got some almond milk here as well. So this is going to be a lot of fun to do on camera. The last time I did this, actually, it was, I think if I can go back here, actually 2 times. We have the Peeps cereal and the Sour Patch Kids. I kept those boxes. There's no cereal on the inside of these, but I kept these boxes back over here for sure. But being that I am super hungry right now, I'm gonna not let that influence my rating because I forgot what this tastes like. It's been that long, to be honest. So let me open this up. Oh, it opens up very easy. I'm not gonna smell the box at all on the inside, but take a look. We have some marshmallow bits on the inside there, and I guess they are, well, I guess I didn't expect them to be that kind of white, but as you can see, it looks like they're darker there. Looks like the different shapes that you see, I guess, right over here, but kind of cool. But take a look on the inside. We'll do it like we do with the chips. There's not a lot of air in this, thankfully, which is awesome. So I am very happy about that. And let me just put over some protection here. Cereal for dinner. Scott, you know, once in a while, I like that, actually. I like doing like a grilled cheese sandwich. I usually make, or like with a bowl of cereal or something, or just like, you know, 2 slices of melted cheese on like a piece of toast. My mom, when I was little, which, by the way, moms, I love you. Thanks so much for jumping on here right now. My mom is going to know this because she used to do this when I was little. We used to take in the broiler underneath the very bottom of the stove. When you pull out the tray, she would put straight white bread in there and toast it, and then flip it over and then put a slice of cheese and then toast that so the cheese would like burn slightly into the bread. And it was so delicious. Even though it kind of looked plasticky when you took it out, it was really, really good. So Mom, I love you. I appreciate, you know, growing up having those little treats. But this is going to be a definite treat right now as well. So let's get into this. We're doing some Count Chocula action. I'll try and keep this somewhat focused. My focus kind of needs focus. There we go. That's classic right there, the way it looks, from what I remember. And, oh, it's that fake chocolatey smell. You gotta love it. Oh, I love this already. I feel like such a little kid right now. I love this already. So, all right, here we go. All cleaned up, ready to go there. And of course, what is cereal without some milk? Let's get this in here. I know it's kind of blurry. I'm trying my best here. All right, I think that's good. There we go. All right. Guys, here we go. And they are little bits. Oh yeah, look at that actually. These look really, really cool. I should probably just show these right away. Little monster faces, I guess that's supposed to be there. And then you have, I guess, what looks like little bats, kind of like these little swirls. Probably not going to be able to see it because of the contrastiness of it there. Dave, let's see. Instacart will get boom orders of cereal boxes tomorrow. You already know. All right, here we go. Guys, this is craziness. A grown man eating some Count Chocula on camera for you guys with the marshmallow bits. This is going to be banging already. I already know it, guys. Count Chocula 2022 here on Peep This Out Reviews. Let's do it. Mom, nothing against the cheese, grilled cheese goodness on the bottom and the broiler, but this is pretty awesome right now. Count Chocula authentically tasting. It's coming back to me now. This is really good. Are you guys hungry yet for cereal at least? Because, oh my God. Oh my God. Like I said, I'm not trying to let my hunger right now dictate how I'm, gonna rate this, but nostalgia factor, wow, I may have to get the other ones because now I'm super, super excited. Clear bowl. Oh my God. I am having breakfast with you guys on camera right now. The marshmallow bits, just like the Lucky Charms situation, I think if I'm not mistaken, this is General Mills. Yeah, General Mills. So I think that's the same company who makes Lucky Charms, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe you guys can let us know here in the chat. If General Mills makes Lucky Charms, put a 4-leaf clover in the chat over here. But man, guys, this is super tasty. It's super chocolatey, and even with almond milk, which is not super, super, creamy, kind of like regular 2% or regular milk naturally, it goes so amazing with this. Man. I may actually kill this bowl. I am so hungry, but this is so good. This is so freaking good right now. I love the way that the marshmallows. Ed Keaton, what is that? Your blood sugar is probably going to go through the roof. I'm doing good with my sugar today. But the marshmallows have just that sugary type of grit when you bite down into them. It's like they're a little soft because naturally the milk is getting further in. And then you get the nice little crunch there. And then, of course, the chocolatey bits, the goodness here of the actual cereal itself. Guys, it's just very well done. It's really well done. And it's the classic name, naturally, as well, with Count Chocula. Oh, my God. Another couple of bites on this, and I think I'm going to be good. But it's so good, guys, right now. It is so good. All right. Let's go for another couple so you guys can see. And I was trying to focus on my face there as well. The marshmallows, it's so contrasty, it's not focusing in, but you guys get the point. It's just very tasty. Wow. Was that Sonic? The other YouTube food reviewer, Val from Trippy Foods, is on here. Val, thanks so much for joining us. Very cool. Okay. One more on this, because I am definitely going to be enjoying this. I'm probably going to have to do another bowl of this. Maybe later tonight if I'm still hungry, actually, after dinner, watching the new episode of The Rings of Power on Amazon. Definitely lovely on this, guys. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. Trippy, right back at you again. Thanks so much for jumping on. Wow. Okay, one more. Hang on. I gotta do one more, guys. I gotta do one more on this. This is really good. Wow. Okay. As if you really need me to score this for you because it's obvious, right? 10 out of 10, guys. The nostalgia factor is there. The chocolatey factor is there. It definitely satisfies or scratches off the boxes of what you'd expect from this, of course. The fun shapes, which look pretty nice in there as well. And guys, it really is very, very tasty at the same time. Let's see here. This is the family size too, which I'm glad because I'm going to kill this box in the next few days. I already know. Total carbs 31, and that's for 1 ounce or 1 cup of that, which I think is about what I have here right now. 140 calories, usual stuff. Once you add the 2% milk, which it's almond milk, so it's a lot less, 180 calories. But guys, very, very tasty. Jump on over to Target or Walmart. This one was actually at Target. There's a lot of displays with these all around the store naturally, and for obvious reasons. I'm going to look into getting the other versions of these cereals because this is crazy delicious, crazy. I need to jump on this because they're really, really good. So good times across the board on Count Chocula for sure. And again, very delicious on that particular bowl. I gotta say, very, very tasty, very tasty. Let's see. Trippy Foods. Anyone else notice that cereal costs the same? But they make the boxes thinner. You know what, Val? You just mentioned. I mentioned that to my wife when we were there a few days ago. Not buying this, but we were in the cereal aisle, and I remember telling her that like it was like $5, and they're like really thin boxes. But yeah, unfortunately, that's kind of the way the world is right now. Everything is nuts here. In general there. Gas, just so you guys know, here in Southern Cali is approaching the $7 mark in a lot of locations around where I live. And it's, I'm just very sparingly kind of using my car only because it is craziness. So I definitely wanted to make sure I just kind of balance that out as we get further and further along here. But guys, you know, you got to watch out things, you know, make things work for you as best you can. But for those of you living in areas where the gas is still relatively inexpensive compared to, I guess, the national average, we're definitely above it. You guys definitely take precedent in knowing that you guys definitely have a cheaper rate, because it's definitely not cool over here in Southern Cali. It really isn't. So yes, but I appreciate you guys all being here, of course, naturally. Let's see what else we've got going on here in the chat. Yes, Anfisa, do you remember French Toast Crunch from back in the day? Absolutely. Shaped like little breads and toast pieces. I do actually. Good times, very, very good times. But cool to have Trippy Food here. That is awesome. Scrab and saw that I was live. I appreciate you jumping on, spending a little bit of time. Naturally, all these great, amazing channels here in the community, you guys should be noticing. If you see anything with food in the title, anything like in some of my mods who are naturally are content creators as well, jump on over, like, share, comment, subscribe, and support that community at the same time as well. Jackie Hero Food Reviews. We've got some great people. Critical East Japan. When you see Paul here as well too. Good times across the board. Let's see. Yes, Trippy, and I agree with that, to Tony Montana. When you go to Five Guys, make it worth your while and add everything to it. Absolutely. Here in Southern Cali, it is about, you know, if you get like a double, like the regular version of a burger with all the goodies, with the fries and the drink, it's close to $20. It's nuts. It's nuts, but they're busy, so they're doing well. Gas is $2.50. Come to Texas. Man, where is that $2.50? It's definitely not here. Drew, get a case like you did with the Cheetos mac and cheese. Yes. Remember that when I did those reviews. Really awesome. Ed Keaton, definitely going to look into trying the other ones. I guess the next one should be Blueberry, right? Just to kind of throw it out there. They had so many displays all around the store, though. So I'll have to try and swing them back. You know, I have them pretty close to where I live. So I'll definitely make sure to do that without a doubt. Let's see here. Sonic. I found your live stream from back in 2015 when I found Val's Trippy Foods in 2019. Very cool. That's awesome. That's awesome. It was meant to be. Oh, and just so you know, Count Chocula was $4.99 for the box. So, you know, this one for $5, not horrible, considering it is a larger size here. So the same price in some of my local markets is probably maybe a little bit thinner than this. And naturally, yeah, you already know what that is, Val. You already know what that is. So let's see here. Adam Daughtry, it's $2.98. Some places around where I'm at. Wow, that's crazy. That just sounds so much cheaper to me now. Mr. Jimmy, frosted mini wheats all day long. Those are classic. Absolutely, Mr. Jimmy. I used to get those often as well. Very cool. Very cool. Let's see here. What is it? Misty is singing here. When you wiggle, wiggle, can't go wrong. Get ready to wiggle. It's getting down. It's getting crazy. Min Lee, what's going on? Thanks so much for jumping on. Very, very cool. Keep up the mukbangs. I'm proud of your efforts every day. Thank you so much. I do get tired of eating. I have to binge eating. I have binge eating, so I try to live vicariously through you. That, I appreciate that, India. I appreciate that. And wishing you a lot of success, you know, with what you're going through, trying to deal with that as well. If I can try to help you in some way, then I'll gladly do that here on the channel for you. But shout outs to you. I appreciate you being here as well. Thank you. Thank you. Rick Ashley, what's going on, my friend? Peanut Butter Toast Crunch was my favorite. Very nice. Yeah, those classics. Absolutely. Sonic Jet, I don't know why I'm craving pizza right now. I always crave pizza. I mean, I love chicken. Pizza is also one of my favorite foods also. My mom was actually talking to me about that. She says, you know, your favorite food is actually pizza. True, but chicken I think of often because there's so many different versions of it, and I love chicken. It's satisfying, but pizza, of course, without a doubt. That just sounds amazing. Cinefuego Toast Crunch was nasty. I can imagine, Trippy. Yeah, that does not look appealing to me at all. Sticker collecting, new to this channel. Nice to meet you. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, Ed, don't forget Frankenberry and Fruit Brute. Yes, I saw those. I saw them all when I picked up this one. Absolutely. Absolutely. Some good stuff across the board there. Absolutely. All right, so let's see as we go down the line. Guys, this was a lot of fun tonight. Naturally checking out little Count Chocula at the same time. I'm just still tripping out that this is just, I mean, the box as well. I mean, just looking at it from back in the day. The classic character. I mean, it's really, really cool. Really cool. What was the name of the mummy one, though? I think there was one with a mummy, wasn't there? I can't remember if there was it was a mummy. But I distinctly remember a box with something on the front of it as well. But they have the main ones, you know, every year. But naturally, I think there was one with a mummy on it, I believe. Let's see here. Minley, that's my friend Ian. Very cool. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yummy Mummy. Was it Yummy Mummy? Yummy Mummy. I guess it was Yummy Mummy. Gross dude saying that there. Michael Domaris, so Cinnamon Toast Crunch is going mini. What's old is new again. They just changed the sizes of it there. But I bet you the price will still be the same and it'll be a smaller box there, Mike. So I'm not surprised, just like Val was saying there, with those boxes being the same prices as regular box meals, and they're thinner and smaller. Cereal is a cartoon, brings back to my childhood. Innocence and happier times, Sonic Jet. Yes, I agree with that. Jose Alvarado, yes, I've tried the Dream flavor. Take a look at my channel. You'll be able to find it there for sure. Just do a search for Dream, Coca-Cola Dream. You'll see that stuff that'll pop up. That'll see the Starlight, you know, aside from the Dream World that's in there as well. So if you guys are curious if I reviewed something in particular, if you're thinking about it, just open up a separate window on YouTube, a search field. Just type into peep this out and the name of whatever it is. And chances are you'll probably see that I've done some version of it there. And yes, Trippy, absolutely. Blueberry, that's probably going to be the next one for sure. Let's see here. Larry, had you did a Fox review at Tops Burgers? No, actually. Not from Tops, Larry. Not from Tops. Let's see here. Fruit Brute. Yep. That's the wolf one. Yeah, they had that. I saw that too when we were there. Like I said, there were displays all around the store, and especially the Halloween section. You know, they already know what it is. They already know what it is. John Trin, ABC interview and career prep. Thanks so much for jumping on. Usually I send in at 8 p.m., but the Bruins are killing Washington. No worries. No worries. I appreciate you jumping on and saying hello. Thank you so much for jumping on there, John, of course. Minley, Popeyes has to bring back their chocolate GTA. I wish they would actually come out with some things more routinely every month like they used to, if you really want my honest opinion of that. And Annette, thank you so much for the tip jar information there as well. If anyone actually has done anything, I know there's no super chats so far this hour, but if there's anyone that's done anyone on PayPal, of course, you guys will be down below. I don't know any of that stuff until after the stream ends, for sure. I don't have a plugin that kind of puts something here. I've been looking around, but there's nothing that I can do that links up and makes it work when that happens. So as soon as I'm able to do that, I will definitely do that and let you guys know. Let's see. Yes, the real Ghostbusters cereal. Absolutely. I remember Super Mario Brothers cereal too. I remember they had a cartoon cereal for just about everything back in the day. Ghostbusters, I remember. I'm not sure if they had a He-Man or Masters of the Universe. They've had Batman cereal, Superman cereal. All of that. Yes, Min, the beignets. Absolutely, Min. Not a great experience when I reviewed those, I remember, from back then. Drew, they had a grape one called the Grape Baron. It was like those series. Really? I have no idea about that one. That's craziness. India, thanks, man. I appreciate the love. Can I ask you a personal question? How do you maintain good health while eating out nearly every day? Thanks in advance. You know what? Whenever I do eat out, sometimes I do eat out pretty often. It's all about the balance of getting certain things. I'm very big on chicken and rice. So I don't hit up a lot of fast food places every single day. Chick-fil-A maybe a little bit more than I should with the wifey. But everything else is pretty much just a balance. It's a careful balance with that. So as long as you're balancing out your meals, you know what your macros are. And I do have things on my phone, like I use apps for FitnessPal and things to kind of stay within between. I'm more or less within the range, you know, every day, although my protein tends to fall a little bit light on some days. So it's just a matter of balancing. Now, when you guys see my reviews, you'd probably think I'm eating out every single day, that stuff. But there's a certain spacing and in terms of production, in terms of, you know, in terms of filming it and then naturally putting it out. So there's no way that, you know, that you should be doing that, or if anyone is doing that, that's not good. And I think, you know, that's not good to have that type of content every single day in that capacity, because that's just not good for you. But at the same time, it's balance at the same time too. So in a nutshell, that's really it. And I think that's with anything in life, India, as well. It's going to be balance for those things. Yes, Drew, Pac-Man cereal, I remember that. And Donkey Kong, I think they had too. They had them all back in the 80s. They did so many. Tony Montana, limited time Hush Puppies shrimp is last Saturday. Very nice. I enjoyed that. The mac and cheese is pretty decent as well. Lately, actually, just to let you guys know, when I do go to Chick-fil-A with the wifey, recently I just got some waffle fries because I hadn't had those in a while, but I've been getting a little bit of an upcharge to get the mac and cheese because the calorie count is less than the fries, and it's mac and cheese. And how could you say no to mac and cheese, especially when it's less than what the fries would be and you're going to get a lot more flavor? I usually get a little side of that with some buffalo sauce, mix that up, which was one of the little hack reviews that I did on my channel a long time, I wouldn't say a long time ago, but about a year or so ago, putting in a little bit of the chicken nuggets on top of the buffalo mac. That is a ridiculously good combo, along with the spicy chicken sandwich or the regular chicken sandwich or even the grilled. Man, I'm so ready for dinner right now. I'm so ready for dinner right now. Let's see here. Chulor, have to try Dairy Queen. You know, if there's one in the area that I can go to, which we don't have, unfortunately, that's one of the reasons you don't see a lot of those types of reviews on my channel, for sure. So that's the only reason that you haven't seen that in there. Sonic goes to Carl's Jr. twice a week, and then I slow down. There you go. There you go. James Morrison, tell us about your daily exercise routine. Well, it's a lot of walking, but I do a lot of stuff naturally before when the pandemic happened, of course, going to the gym routinely. But I do have a weight set here in my place that I do stuff with, and then naturally just, you know, daily calisthenic stuff and just stretching, a lot of walking, a lot of drinking of water. It's nothing crazy, nothing too hardcore, but at the same time, it's just you got to get up and move, and that's the important thing. So managing your macros, managing and balancing, and then doing a little bit extra if you know that you're going a little bit overboard. That's the thing there. But naturally, a little bit of a routine in terms of arms, push-ups, you know, that type of thing, pull-ups that I don't do here because I don't have that. But there's ways to simulate naturally with weights to try and get the same effect, you know, naturally there. Let's see. Tony Schilt Googled cereal with marshmallows. They got Peeps, Wendy's, Frosty cereal. Yes, I would like to try that, actually. You can even buy a bag of Lucky Charms marshmallows. I've seen that. And actually, Captain Crunch has the Berry Crunch. The berries, I think you can do just the berries, which is something that's on there, too. So, upcharge, I think it's about $1.60, I believe, for the upcharge of the mac and cheese, if you decide to do that. Because the normal one is about $4 and change. So, if you're getting the fries, and they simply just do the difference primarily for that. So it's not bad. I mean, I'm not sure it's a little bit more expensive, but at the same time, I would rather have something a little bit more satisfying and more nourishing. If you have to choose between the two, that's the main reason. Let's see here. All right, so going down the line, you guys are chatting away. Tops Burger in Pasadena, Larry. Actually, they have really good chili cheese fries, by the way, Larry. They're really, really good over there, for sure. It's going to get the new Ruffles Twist Chip, $6 a bag. I'll wait till they go on sale. Yeah, it's crazy, Drew. It's crazy. Which, by the way, Drew, I just saw you just dropped your Bouncers review. I got to take a look and see what you thought of those at the same time. Hopefully you got a better deal than I did in terms of the cost, because they were like 2 for $10, which I thought was a little bit crazy at first. But when you consider the packages and what's in them, I guess, you know, at the same time. But we'll have to see. Let's see here as we round it out. Guys, let me take a quick moment to thank each and every one of you for jumping on here tonight. I greatly appreciate it, as always. These hours, they go by very, very quickly. Naturally, it's when I'm really hungry right now. This feels like it's gone on for a bit there. But thankfully, that chocolatey goodness that is this, which is becoming very mushy right now, is still in effect. But it was a good time going in a little bit of Count Chocula tonight. A little bit of fun just to kind of get it going. We're getting into the official spooky month of October. But guys, let me just take a quick moment again to thank each and every one of you for jumping on. Thank you so much for being here. And like I always say, I greatly appreciate you guys spending a little bit of time with me here on Friday night. Of course, you guys do have choices when it comes to content all over the world, naturally on all forms of social media and cable and TV, and especially YouTube. So thank you for spending a little bit of time with me tonight. Hopefully, if you guys enjoyed tonight, let me get a bat here in the chat real quick here, just to kind of put it in with the Halloween theme. If you guys enjoyed what you saw tonight, Count Chocula especially, which was kind of cool to go in on, I appreciate that. Really, really good times. Let's see, Trippy Foods, what's your favorite? Tops, the Hat, or Lucky Boy? Wow. I'm going to go the Hat for pastrami, Lucky Boy for breakfast burritos, and Tops for chili cheese fries. In that order. But I love them all, Val. They're really, really awesome there for sure. I appreciate you jumping on and spending a little bit of time. I really appreciate that. Thank you. But good times across the board. Sticker collecting. Mr. Beast has launched his Chocolate Barn Walmart. Very cool. I haven't been to Walmart in a minute. I'm going to have to swing on by and see what's going on over there. For sure. But there we go. We got some bats coming through. Everything is in there as well. I appreciate that. Very cool. And yes, Tony, I did watch Andor. I did enjoy it there. I haven't seen the fourth episode, actually, because they had the first 3 or so the first night. So I will be jumping on there to check those out again for the most recent episode. Really good show. I like it. So far, it's pretty good. A little bit more of an adult theme, which I really like, which is cool. Let's see here. Larry, the cereal you just reviewed, you should make a popcorn out of those. Very cool. That would be cool, too. And Annette, again, thank you so much for the social media handles, all that good stuff. Again, coming back to it, guys, thank you so much for being here. Again, we're getting into the spooky month of the spookiest month of the year, so to speak. And then we'll get down with, some more stuff there. I don't want to try and do a cereal review every week, or if I do, I'll do it as like kind of like the secondary review. So if I do get the other cereals, we'll do that as like a go-between outside of something different there. We'll have to see how this goes, but it should be a lot of fun. But of course, I'm going to be here on the chat for another minute or two after the stream ends until it times out. So of course, I'll try and answer and reply back to as many things as I can. But thank you so much for being here right now. We're going to do a couple of closeouts here, as I always do. Let's see here. Stay frosty. Jay Nepper, say hello. Jay Nepper says hello. Peace. If he's watching this right now, there you go. I didn't see Jay actually on the stream here, or at least he's not acknowledging it. Just to see. Shout outs to Mr. Jimmy Mi Familia as well. Marine Descatado, thank you so much for jumping on. I'm thinking of you. I'm thinking of Larry's friend as well. I'm thinking of Larry in general as well, too, because of everything that he's going through. All of you guys who have let me know that things that are really not so good right now, I'm sending a lot of love and light out to you guys as well, too, there. And hopefully you just endure. Like I always say, we can't change the motion of the ocean, but you can adjust your sails accordingly and ride those waves. So, that's all what life is a whole bunch of waves coming at you. It's how you kind of adjust. 20% what happens to you, 80% how you respond to it. And I got to remember that myself sometimes. So we'll go with that. So with that, this is Ian K officially closing out the final live stream of September, guys. September 30th, 2022. And like I always say, I've got brand new content every single week here on my channel. So why stay tuned for the next review coming real soon. In the meantime, stay frosty. Good times, good times. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for jumping on. And again, to all my amazing mods here on the channel, to all the amazing content creators doing it on the daily as well, too. They're jumping over to Jackie Hero Food Reviews. Check out all the fun collabs that she's done as well. Critical East Japan, if you're catching this on the replay as well, too. Shout outs to you and to all of the other amazing ones here. Drew's Food Reviews. And all of you guys skulking, or I wouldn't say skulking, but kind of like scheming out in the background there and checking things out, but not letting me know you're here. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for doing what you do as well. And good times. Trippy Food, absolutely. Very cool. Very cool. It's great to have you on here, my friend, as well. And let's definitely hang out again for this chat, again, for the next stream here. So without a doubt, I'm looking forward to some good times as we get into spooky month here, for sure. And to Mi Familia, to my moms who's watching right now, I'll give you a call in just a few. It is all good. So let me jump on over here real quick. Man, that cereal just set me off right now. I am completely famished. I can't wait to get some regular dinner right now. So just a quick breakdown again, real quick, guys. We're going to be having the replay that will be up this coming Saturday from today. Actually, for tonight, tomorrow at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You may see a review from me on Sunday. Most likely, it's probably going to be Monday or Tuesday. We'll give or take. My wife is really on me to just stop editing so much and just try and, pace yourself, just relax a little bit. But I'm just like a machine. I have a lot of stuff constantly in motion. There's a lot of things coming out, a lot of fun stuff you're going to see. So shout outs to all of you guys. Misty Smith, thank you so much for entertaining and doing what you do. Jack Hero Food Reviews is shouting out to Trippy Foods, of course. Val, thanks so much for jumping on. And to everybody here, Freddie Foodie King, you already know what it is. Definitely jump on over too. My boy Freddie is surviving it out there. And again, please accept my humble apologies, Freddie. It was nothing personal from me over in Florida. I swear, okay? Nature works like that, but it is what it is. And thank you to all of you guys who are blowing up my direct media with all the jokes about that type of thing. But I'm telling you, please, if I see another picture or pictures in general with my face on like swirling hurricanes, I'm going to lose my mind. So there you go. I appreciate you guys. All right. Let me jump on over here right now. And to all of you guys watching, for Jay Nepper as well, too, that you guys stay safe. To everybody back east who's still dealing with it, Shout outs, light and love to all of you guys as well. And I think it's time for me to hit the car right now so I can go get some dinner. So I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. I'll catch you on the next review. Naturally, you'll see me next after the replay, and we will definitely talk soon. So stay frosty, stay cool, and stay being you, okay? If that makes any sense. I don't know if that makes sense. But guys, I love you either way. And with that, Michael Domer, thanks so much for jumping on. It's like I don't want to leave you guys. I see all of you guys are saying all goodbye and everything like that. It's hard because, you know, I love you guys. You guys are my community, and I love being part of it here. Very, very cool. All right, guys, I am going to grab some food. And with that, you said it for me, Ben. Peace. I'm out.